Okay, girls, now we're going to talk about defense. So now all these X players are us on defense. So for now, this is the other team in the circles. We'll just forget about them for a sec. All right? So when we're playing a zone defense, and we will tell you who's going to be where, okay? This is basically what the setup's going to be. It's going to be 2 up top, 1 in the middle, and then 2 down low near in the post position, okay? Now remember what we practiced last week about shifting with the ball. So let's say number 2 has the ball, okay, and comes over to here, okay, dribbles down here. Now I don't necessarily want everybody, well, I definitely don't want everybody doing this. What I don't want to see is this, where everybody starts like cheating up here. Let's say the ball is somewhere up in here. And then slowly but surely, all you guys end up coming up here. So why don't you want to do that? Because now all of this is open down here, okay? And they take one of their players and slip them down behind you guys. And then the person with the ball has a nice easy pass, okay? Right behind you guys, and it's an easy shot, okay? So you have to stay in your positions, okay? So if we have something like this, okay, this is basically how you'll start, okay? And we'll tell you, where you are, okay? This is basically and just for ease, I'm going to call these low post positions. So this is low post left, low post right, because it's always as you look at the basket. So if you're standing here looking at the basket, this is your left, this is your right, right? So if I say low post left, you're over here, low post right, you're over here. Center, that would be this person, and again, you can stay in the paint as long as you want, so it's okay if you start here, okay, whatever. And then you can call these wing positions, I just call them like high post. So this is the high post left, high post right, all right? So just for ease, low post down low, high post up here, center, okay? So again, if the ball comes around, right, who's responsible to get this person, right? It's this guy, this girl right here, okay? What happens with everybody else? Okay, this person's going to position herself because she might have an offensive player back here, right? Remember, ball you man, stay in between, keep an eye on this person, don't let him slip in back of you, but keep an eye on the ball, all right? These 2 guys are going to move over here, all right, and kind of take up this area, okay? You can maybe leave 1 back here near the edge. If somebody is way over here, let's say one of their players is way back here, all right, and the ball is, say number 2 has the ball, there's a number 1. Is this person way down here really a threat? No. I mean, even if this person is dumb enough to make a throw all the way over here, this person's not going to be able to do anything from there. They're not going to be able to shoot from there. All right, so this person, X4, needs to keep an eye on this person, but you don't need to like be right on top of them. Come over here, protect the paint. Ball comes down here, okay? Now you've got this X5 on them. Now you've got this person right here, all right? So now maybe you need to come and block this person. This one will drop into the middle, okay? These 2 are basically, depending where these 2 players are setting up, are trying to keep an eye on these 2 people, okay? Again, as long as this person's over here somewhere, not really a threat. If they start to come into the paint, now this person's going to keep an eye on them. Again, ball you man, looking at the ball, looking at this person. Don't let him get behind you, okay? But the biggest thing I just want to stress here is that you have to stay in position. You have to stay in your zone, I should say. Maybe it's easier if I say stay in your zone, because you don't want to have everybody coming up here and leaving the middle open, but you don't want to leave any gaps, okay? And like I said on the first night, protect your house. This is your house right here. Keep them out of the paint. Make them take their shots from the outside, all right? Make them take their shots outside, all right? They might make some, fine, but for the most part, as long as you're covering them really tight, all right, they come down, they want to rear up for a shot, you stick your hands in their face, shadow the ball, do all that, raise your hands up high, it's going to be hard for them to make a shot from here, okay? But we don't want them inside of here. Okay, so that's the biggest thing I can stress with defense. Stay in your zone. All right, move with the ball. Depending where the ball is, ball comes over here, right? Now this person's on them. This person's blocking up the lane so they don't get a pass down to here. All right, these people are sliding over. All right, and you're protecting this. This person is watching this player, right, in between. Make sure she can't get a pass over to here. All right, you probably got somebody down here. This person's not too worried about them, but they're standing over here, keeping an eye on them, right? But they don't need to be right on top of them because the ball is way over here. There's nothing they can really do down there. Okay? All right, and this player is probably over here somewhere. Okay? Or over here. All right? And so now this person's just trying to, if there's a player here, they're going to get in between, make sure no pass comes down here. This person will slide over, make sure this pass isn't made. And then again, X2 is right on the ball. All right? So the biggest thing, like I said, with the defense is stay in position. Stay in your zone. Doesn't mean you stand still. You have to move to where as the ball moves, but you don't want to be totally out of position, okay, and leave open a big gap on the court for them to pass into, especially if it's down near the basket. It's too easy that way, okay? So it was a little more tricky when we scrimmaged because we only have 3 or 4 players on each team, so it's hard to cover all that area. I think when we have 5 players out there on the court on game day, it will be a little bit easier, and you'll be able to really play off of each other and make sure everything is covered, okay? But stay in your zones, okay? Move with the ball left to right, right? And whoever is in your zone, just make sure you keep an eye on them. If they don't have the ball, that's fine. But if they're close to the ball, you got to make sure that you can keep an eye on them so that they don't get a pass, right? One's got the ball, you want to make sure they don't get the pass, so you got to kind of stay in that passing lane and make sure they don't get it. All right? And that's really the biggest thing on defense. All right, so I'll leave this one here, and we'll keep going. All right, thanks.